And so that first day that you go to your job wearing a turban, what happens?
I did my one trip on my route. Then everybody came to know that there's a young man who's very turban. Then the inspectors were waiting for me when they were come back. They were going to see that, is that right? So when I came back from the route, they all standing there and with their driver, they pulled me out. They asked me to come out of the bus and you have to take the turban off because this is not a part of uniform. I said, well, what do you mean it's not a part of uniform? I got a uniform color and same color, the turban is there. And what is it? They said, no, we haven't supplied you the uniform turban. This is not part of the uniform. It's not in our uniform. You are not allowed to wear turban. So either you have to take the turban off, put the hat on, cap on, or you have to not work. I said, well, I'm going to work here. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't driven the bus any different way than anybody else. I'm not obstructing anybody. What's the problem? They say, well, there's no problem, Mr. Sandhu. We're not saying anything, but it is not part of uniform. Cannot allow you to drive buses with the not very uniform. So by having that excuse, they suspended me, sent me home. They didn't sack me. So if they sacked me, then I could go and make a claim against the unemployment. So they suspended me that we are not sacking you. You take the turban off, come back to the buses, we need you. So that's where it started. I said, I take the decision that no, I'm not going to come back to the buses without turban, that I'm going to be turban. So that's where the agitation started.
And how old are you at this point?
About 22.
22. Wow. Okay. That's
23 maybe.
that is a lot. Most 22-year-olds are just fresh out of university and don't have a clue about life. So that's pretty amazing. Okay, so they ask you to come back on the premise that you don't wear your turban. And obviously you do wear your turban and you don't go back. So from some of the reports that I read, it said that you then left Wolverhampton to get a job in London.
No, that was not straight away. That was, I've been fighting for 2 years.
Okay, so what happens in those 2 years before?
And those 2 years, first of all, we were writing letters backward, forward. And my father organized a political party here, Shromani Akali Dal, because he was Akali from India. Okay. So he formed a party in the whole England, make branches. You have still even very rare few people work, but you will find 1 or 2 people in each town. So they made a Shromani Akali Dal party, and they start writing from the party behalf that you are obstructing our citizens or our members to wear turban. Yeah. So we were fighting with them. It took about 2 years. It went to House of Lords, even the case went up to...
And you're not working in these 2 years?
No, not working. 2 years, it didn't work.
But you're suspended. You're not suspended.
Yeah.
So are you being paid?
No.
So you're not being paid, you don't have a job, but technically you can't, I guess, get another job because you're still technically employed by them.
Yes.
So okay, I see. So they have really kind of got you stuck. All right. And so after those 2 years, what happens? What makes you think, all right, I'm going to move and find a job elsewhere?
Not find a job. I want to drive the bus. So applied into London Transport after 2 years. That I've got a license, I can drive, and I want to drive buses. On my CV, without looking at me, they appointed me. They gave me job. So when I went to London, similarly, like London, they all give training to new person, no matter if you're a driver, whatever. They don't give you just bus to go on duty, they give you training. I had the training. The people who were inspectors, who were examiners, inspectors, examiners, all, they knew where I come from, what has happened. They don't want me to start a job there. They didn't say nothing, but they was not helping me. So after a week training, when they had the test, they failed me. Although I got a license, they failed me, you're not fit. So general manager of the whole London transport, I forgot his name now. He thought, I do not want to have the same agitation in London now. What is happening in Wolverhampton? Or don't spoil the name. Then he said that he want to sit in the test himself with the inspectors.
Okay.
And asked me to go on the route again, take the bus, and examiner sitting on the back, and that general manager also sitting on the back. He's not saying nothing. Examiners giving instruction, go left, go right, brake, or whatever. And there's a big skid pan they made in London transport. They give you train there if in case bus skid, how you control it. Okay. So you have to skid the bus and control it very quickly. There's a big pan. So they took me there and the all down event. And then I saw through the mirror that inspector is, general manager asking him to the inspector. He asked him, he nodded his head like this, a question like, how is it? Because he's sitting with him. So the examiner cannot say anything where he got any fault finding, because the general manager is sitting with him. Then he asked him, what is it? He said he's okay now. He said he was not okay yesterday. Today he's all right. So they passed me. Then they gave me a job. Then the general manager called me in his office. Normally it doesn't happen like that. Because his office is right in the center. We were in the buses or depots all over the places. He said, look, we are going to give you a job. It's my responsibility. Your safety is our responsibility. When you leave home, come to work, don't argue with anybody. Don't say nothing. Don't forget. Just come straight to your job. Don't go here and there. And then when you are in the bus, if somebody says you something, don't reply. It's very hard. Somebody will come and hit you. But don't defend. Don't come out of the bus if somebody tries to shout at you. So he gave me all these instructions that he told me that there's a phrase in English, I don't know what it is, that everything goes old after 9 days. It's only 9 days, something, whatever it is. So when I went first day on the bus, a lot of English people or other people who didn't like me, somebody wore just a wrapped fabric, or somebody did the type of head solves.
Yeah. So a question on this. So I was trying to wait to get to that point, because there's loads of newspaper reports it's called the Mad Hatters protest. So does this happen on the first day?
First day.
Okay. So I'm assuming your manager was supportive of you wearing your turban and wanted you to wear your turban and anything. And I'm assuming he wasn't a Sikh from India. Okay. So